Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is well. Today I am back with a bit of a random video, and this is one that I think a lot of people have been waiting for. Basically, backstory, for anyone who doesn't know me or hasn't watched my videos before, you may not know that I have got a serious problem with the planner I am using this year. I am only at May in my plan with me's. I am hoping to do some catching up. However, I am really struggling with the layout of the planner, and I'm just not entirely happy with the way that it's kind of making me have to really jig around the way I'm used to doing my spreads. So last year I used a Sadie Stickers 7x9 Coiled planner and I really loved it. It was the first year that I felt I had 100% planner piece. Some people say it doesn't exist, but it absolutely did in that planner for me. I adored it. My only issue with it was its paper. I wasn't 100% keen on the paper, and basically if your sticker paper wasn't removable, it absolutely would not remove, which is not the case with the one that I was using this year, which is a Harriet Wright 7x9 Coiled planner. However, this one has the most bizarre layout and it's just not the right column width, and I don't like the layout of the page. I don't like where the columns sit. I've got major problems with it. So this year, meaning 2024, I have got some options. So in front of me, I have got 3 7x9 Coiled planners, and I basically figured out the only way that I can decide on how to pick the right planner is to get all 3 of them in front of me and decide. Now, I have had loads of conversations with so many people who are using 7x9 Coiled planners who kind of feel the same things as me or weren't really sure how layouts have changed. Shops make changes to planners all the time, sorry for that glare. And basically, yeah, for 2024, I have just bought one of each. So these 3 planners, I'm going to show you each one individually and talk you through them and what I like and dislike about them all. And hopefully by the end, I'm going to come to some kind of decision of which one of these I'm going to use. Now, I won't be using this planner for so long. As I just mentioned, I'm currently planning May 2023, which means I am about 7 months behind with Plan With Me's. I do want to catch up, and I'm hoping that by April, I'm saying April, I might not even be able to hold myself to account to that, but I'm hoping by April I will be caught up and I will be starting to plan 2024. That is the aim. I really, really want to commit to being able to meet that target. So let's talk about these planners. So here we have got a Harriet Wright Designs 7x9 planner, a Custom Tilly Journals 7x9 planner, and a Sadie Stickers 7x9 planner. So I'm going to zoom in a bit, but not that much. I can't do anything about that glare, I'm sorry, because it is my kind of like ring light thing, and it'll go away once I open the planner, and there we go. So this is a Sadie Stickers 7x9 Coiled planner. Sadie Stickers are based in America, and I basically sent this to a good friend of mine's, Stackery. So shout out, thank you Claire for shipping this home for me. Sadie Stickers was what I used in 2022 and I did really like it. My only gripe was that the paper is very different to some of the other pages in other planners. I love the coil, although I have to say the coil has changed. And the cover is removable, which I really like. I like the fact that I can interchange them, take them off. I don't tend to, but yeah, I like it anyway. This has got like a terrazzo type cover with just plain inside, and it opens up with a page that says this planner belongs to. This planner is dated, so it's the only one of the 3 that is dated. The Tilly Journals and the Harriet Wright Designs are undated. Doesn't really matter to me. I did find in the 2022 Sadie Stickers, which was dated, you will see as we go through that it has all this gorgeous lettering in it. So you don't need to use any stickers. So like here, for example, it says the month at the top of every page. So that was a bonus. However, if you want to cover things, you have to use a lot of whiteout, and there are pros and cons. Personally, for me, I don't care. Whether something is dated or undated doesn't make any difference. However, we do have this opening page which says this planner belongs to, and it just says Sadie Stickers Planner 7x9 2024. Then inside we have got 12 boxes, 6 per page. I used this for the past 2 years as a monthly overview. You could use it for anything. You could use it for a picture a month. You could use it as like a perpetual calendar to mark birthdays. You could just completely cover them with washi dashboards, or you could use vinyls. I don't know, you could use whatever you wanted. The next page is a 2024 and 2025 calendar, which is quite handy. Very pretty lettering. And then we move on to the months. We've just got like a plain dot grid notebook here. However, you will see that this dot grid is quite dark, which some of the other planners aren't. So looking at the spread, this is monthly and weekly. So we have got our cover page with these kind of covered dividers. So you will see that these have got just plain writing on both sides, and then they have got like a clear cover over them just to make them a bit stronger. Then we have got a monthly spread. This is what the monthly spread looks like, and as I say, it is dated. So we've got the month at the top, and then we've just got a plain monthly, and however, it does run as a Sunday start. So for me, I would always have to redate my monthlies because I am a Monday start person. So basically, all these days and all these dates would have to be covered. So this may as well be blank for me, to be honest. Because I don't like Sunday start. Then each weekly looks like this. Now, what really thingies me is that in America, I believe it's quite common to have a Sunday start. I think it's, you know, that's very usual for them over there on their calendars. However, the weekly start on a Monday, which, anyway, yeah, don't understand that. However, we've got 8 columns, a sidebar and 7 daily columns. Now you can see that actually this year, which is new for the Sadie stickers, or new compared to 2022 when I last used one, these have got very, very faint lines. And then we've got bottom washi space at the bottom. And that monthly layout is repeated. However, at the end of every month, we have got a dot grid page with this very dark dot grid. That goes all the way through to December 2024. And then we do go up to the 5th of January 2025, just because the last 2 days of December fall in that week and it's complete. And then we've just got a number of dot grid note pages at the back. The paper is quite a thick paper. It's not white, so I will I'll do some comparisons with the planners because they all have very different aspects to them, and I want to kind of compare them and show you. This paper is a very dull cream, I would say, and it is a rough paper. It's not silky smooth, but it is very thick, very robust. You do have to bear that in mind when if you're going to fill this with stickers. It will make your coil quite chunky. The coil is a thin wire, and this was a black coil that I chose. And then our back cover is the same as our front. So that is the Sadie Stickers Planner. Moving on to the Harriet Wright Designs Planner, I'll just do some comparisons for you. So again, this has got a removable cover. This one says Write Your Story, and it's just plain on the back. We've got a vellum sheet at the front, and we've got a cover page. This is undated. Now you will see that this is white paper, so instantly you can see the difference. The Harriet Wright Designs paper is clear white. You can see this is a darker cream, and the Harriet Wright Designs paper is very smooth. The paper was what drew me to a Harriet Wright Designs for 2023 because I struggled. I'm a wonky sticker, and I struggled getting some stickers off the page in the Sadie stickers in 2022. So we've got a couple of pages with some quotes. These have been the quotes in the planners for as long as I can remember. Plan a life you love. There are dreamers, there are planners. The planners make their dreams come true. Then we've got 2023, 2024 calendars. The reason this is 23-24 is that I bought this in midway through 2023 as an undated planner because there was a sale on. We've then got a grid page at the back. Again, this is a dark grid. And then we have got 12 monthlies that have got these very thin, clear dividers. So we have got a grid page to start. Then we have got our 12-month overview, which is the same as in the Sadie stickers. Then we've got a notes page. And then this is where we move on to the monthlies. So we've got a dot grid page at the start and a blank monthly spread. This is the monthly spread, so no dates, no words. You can start it from any month in the year. And then we have got a blank weekly page. We've got a sidebar here with no column, which is fine. That means you can you can use washi, you could use a regular sidebar, you could use deco stickers, and then we've got 7 columns. So one comparison I will make is one of my gripes. On my current Harriet Wright Designs planner, the weekly starts about here. So they have now moved the column back up, which is great. However, they have also extended the column down, which means that your bottom washi is now going to go over this line unless you use 15mm. So this space here is probably going to fit a 15mm washi. I've got one here actually. I just happen to have it out. This is from Wish Designs. Oh, I've just ripped that. This one's from Wish Designs. I was using it last night just to do. I was doing a page in my reading journal, I think. But as you can see, that is a 15mm washi. So if you use any standard washi, so I say standard washi, washi from Scribble Prints Co., washi from Plannerface. I've actually got a Plannerface kit somewhere. This is one of the new Valentine's Day releases. While I'm here, I do PR for Plannerface. You can use my code BETH to save and mention my name to get my one of the seasonal freebies. But if you use Plannerface washi, this does have a cut line. So Anna, I don't know if you can even see it here, but that very, very faint line there is at both sides. And it does show you where to cut it to make it 15mm washi. However, obviously, if you wanted to use that washi as standard, it's going to be too big and it's going to cover your line at the bottom. And without sticking something over it, I don't know whether that line would be covered or not, in which case you're going to have to start using whiteout. Whiteout is a real bugbear for me. I just can't be bothered. Some people really don't mind, and that's fine, but it just becomes a thing. It skips, it unsticks, it just bothers. I just can't be bothered. So yeah, for me, this is a drawdown, but I'm going to go back once I've shown you all the planners and talk about what I like and dislike about each one. So we've got lots of those, 12 of them, because it's a 12 monthly planner. And then basically at the back, we have got grid pages and note pages. And then a vellum sheet at the back. And then, of course, we have our back cover, which is just plain and says Harriet Wright Designs at the bottom. So that's the Harriet Wright Designs planner. Again, this is a black coil, and this is a very thick, robust coil, which is the same coil as I have this year. So that's the Harriet Wright Designs. So our final planner is the Tilly Journals planner. Now, I am so happy. Tilly is one of my good friends, and I was so happy to see that after a hiatus, she was back for planner pre-orders. So just to let you know, Tilly's shop is not currently open for planner orders. This was a 1-week pre-order during November and during October, I think, and planners were shipped at the beginning of December. So this came the day I went on holiday, so I didn't even have a chance to open it because I was running out of the house for my train when the postman turned up. But I picked up the floral cover, and this has actually got a image on both sides. The cover is removable, so I can actually, this cover is flexible. I can flip this cover around, and it's the same at the back. Did also come with some transparent matte, stickers for the dividers. These are the dividers, which I'll show you in a minute. And then the first page is this gorgeous Tilly Journals logo floral acetate, vellum, which I love. And then this is the first page, which is a really colourful cover page that says this is a 2024 functional flexi planner. Is this dated? Did I get dated? No. And it says planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it, which I love, and there is space here to put your name on. So we've got a blank page on the back of that, and then we have got a 2020, it goes January 2023 all the way to April 2026. So lots of months there to show you. And then we have got 3 pages of columns. These columns are standard vertical sized, and these are the equivalent of the 6 boxes that are in the other planners as like the monthly overview. So again, this could be used as a perpetual calendar or something like that. We've then after that got a blank page, and we've got our first divider. So second divider, sorry. So these dividers are like a frosted mat, which you can see there. And then we've go on to our first month. So we've got a blank page on the front, which is great because this is perfect for doing a deco page, like a welcome page. If you watch my monthly Plan With Me videos, you'll know that I do washi dashboards on my cover page. So therefore, this is really great for me to be able to decorate that front page. And we've then got an undated monthly. This is a Monday start, and there's a notes column here, but you could just cover that up. And the writing is very faint. So I did have a Tilly Journals planner in 2020, I think. And I do believe with some stickers, you don't have to white out. But I don't know if that's still the case. And I suppose it would depend by shop. And then we have got our weekly spreads. So my planner is very slightly custom. I'm very lucky that, obviously, like I said at the beginning, Tilly is a very good friend. So I'm very lucky that mine is not dot grid. You can just ask for that, I believe. You can just pop a note in if you were ordering in the future when Tilly reopens. Normally these pages are dot grid, very, very faint dot grid. However, I don't like dot grid personally because sometimes I write directly on the page and not on a sticker, and the dot grids kind of dull my writing and I find it hard to read. That's just personal. I do have bad eyes, so it might actually just be my sight. But this is the weekly page, and obviously each one of those has got a week for enough weeks for every month. And then at the back we've got a notes page. There is an option with the Tilly planners to have additional notes pages. However, I didn't want any personally, and that was just my choice. So I don't have any additional note pages. So we've got that all the way through to December, and then we have basically got a note section here at the back. So this is the standard note section, and also alongside the notes you do also get, I think, is it 2? Yes, 2 pages of wax sticker release paper, which is just something that I've actually never seen in a coiled planner. This enables you to basically have a reusable sticker album at the back of your planner, which is just amazing. And then you do also have a pocket at the back, which is made up of the same pattern as the inside cover. There is no coil option for Tilly Journals. It's just this silver coil, which is quite thin and flimsy. However, I have seen stacked ones of these and it does hold. They all do, to be honest. None of them, even though I call it flimsy just because I'm used to comparing to a Harriet Wright, and a Harriet Wright barely moves. As you can see, this coil is quite a lot thicker than the other coils. So yeah, that is my Tilly planner. So I'm going to start from the beginning, and I'm going to go through and talk about my likes and dislikes of each of these planners. None of these planners are perfect. That is what I will say now. Basically, if I could make the perfect planner, I would take from all 3 of these planners, which is just me being extremely picky. But everybody looks for something perfect, and all I do know is that this year, 2023, the planner I have is not what I want again. So yeah, let's go through them and see what we do and don't like. So let's start with the Sadie stickers. Okay, first things first, I do like the coil. It's like a gunmetal black colour that I chose. I do like the coil. It's quite firm, and it's a good size. It's a 2-inch coil, I believe, or a 1-inch. No, it's a 1-inch coil, I think. And I really like the cover. I have to say, the cover is not as bright as I expected it to be. It was slightly brighter on the website. But I do really like the cover, and obviously all the covers are interchangeable, so the cover would never really make the choice for me. I love the intro page. It's just very, very simple, and the font in this planner, the lettering does sway me a lot, just because it's just very pretty. These are the same in both this planner and the Harriet Wright. To be honest, I've decorated these in both the past 2 years' planners, but I've actually never used them. 2024, I would ideally like to use one, but who knows. I do like these two calendars. I like that you can look forward to 2025, see where months fall. It's probably more helpful if you use the planner functionally. Obviously, I'm a memory planner, so, you know, probably in January, I'll be planning January in like May, probably. So it kind of doesn't matter when the months fall, but I do think they're a nice touch on the planner. And I do like that the notes pages have, well, I say I don't like that they have a dot grid, and I don't like that the dot grid is dark. However, I do prefer a dot grid to an actual grid, and the Harriet Wright Designs has an actual grid. So this is preferable for me. Obviously, I've already explained that I don't like the fact that the monthly is a Sunday start. It does mean I'm going to have to white out or make changes, which is quite a bit frustrating for me, just because this year I wanted to kind of tone down my monthlies. I've done really quite heavy monthlies for 2022 and 2023, and I barely use them. I don't put anything on my monthlies except birthdays and events. So given that I don't really have many of those, monthlies aren't really that vital to me. I would probably get rid of them if the weeklies went on the back, and I could probably stick these 2 pages together, but I suppose it's an excuse to do more planning when you've got a monthly. So I will probably keep doing it with birthdays and events, but I am going to have to white out, so that's quite frustrating. The weekly I love. Where has that Plannerface kit gone? Because actually what I do want to check is I don't think the Plannerface washi fits on the page. So if you can see this, but it is very slightly too tall. You would have to put it like right on the bottom, and the chances of me getting it that close to the bottom are unlikely. So I would have to cover the bottom. And as I explained before with the Harriet Wright, that isn't really something I want to do, because with some stickers you can see these lines through the stickers. Again, I would need white out, so not ideal. However, actually one thing I did want to check, I may as well just leave this page out. One thing I did want to check, yes, the washi fits. So, oh no, it doesn't. The washi doesn't fit. Okay, so this is still a problem then. So anybody who watches my Plan With Me's will know that in the Harriet Wright Designs, the Plannerface bottom washi is ever so slightly longer, and it is the same here. So this might be quite difficult to see. I wonder if I can just zoom in a little bit more and maybe move this up, just so you can kind of see here. So basically, if I line the Plannerface washi up, you can see there that there is a tiny slither. It's maybe 2 mil, if that, where the washi goes past the end of this column. That's something that really quite bothers me. Some people would not care, and that's fine, but it is something that bothers me. So again, this doesn't fit, which is not ideal. It means I have to cut it down. That frustrates me. And the paper. So the paper is not my favourite, and the paper was my only gripe with the planner when I used it in 2022. It's just, if you stick something on this and it's not removable, you will not get it up. And sometimes accidents happen and it rips. It doesn't even rip clean. Sometimes paper can tear quite cleanly. This doesn't. It makes a mess. So I have a couple of scenarios where I've had to go and do some patching up in my 2022 planner. So they are my pros and cons for this planner personally. Moving on to the Harriet Wright Designs, I don't think this is going to be the planner for me personally. Love the coil. I love the thickness of the coil, and I love the fact that it is pure black. It's just really defines the planner, I think. Really looks good with the black writing on the font, on the cover. I like the acetate page, although it's not really beneficial to me. I like the cover page. These I tend to cover up, not really of use to me. They're nice quotes, and you know, you could just leave them and decorate them up maybe with some like star stickers or some floral stickers or any kind of stickers, but not for me. The calendar's obviously a 23-24. 23 is going to be irrelevant because it'll have been gone. I do appreciate I bought this planner earlier in the year, so perhaps the new release planners, which came out on Black Friday, they may have 24-25. But the thing is that Harriet could not guarantee Black Friday orders would arrive before the new year, and most people will want their planners before the new year. I mean, it just wouldn't probably have mattered to me given how far behind I am, but this decision's been looming, so I don't like the grid. at all. It changes as well, which I don't really understand. So at the back and during the monthlies, it's dot grid. Here it's grid, and at the back it's grid. That annoys me. I don't see why it should change. I think the paper should have just been the same. This again is what it is. I would have preferred this to be a blank page. So in the Tilly journals, it's a blank page. In the Sadie stickers, it's a blank page with the month on because it's dated. Those are my preference. Don't like the dot grid. It's just something else to cover, and it just becomes difficult because this is a dark washi, so you might not be able to see it. In fact, I've got a tiny bit just cut off here. You might not be able to see it because it's a dark washi, but you can see the dot grid. It just annoys me. So yeah, that's a dark washi. You can't really see it, but if you had a white washi, you would see that without question. That annoys me. The monthly is fine. Got no problems with the monthly. And my only problems with the weekly are the fact that the bottom washi is not big enough. I do think it's now big enough for date covers because date covers are usually 15mm, and this space is the same as what's at the bottom, and we know that the bottom is 15mm. So, and I part of me likes the fact that the sidebar is plain, but part of me just wishes it had another column, because then you know you're definitely going to get your stickers starting at the right place. I'm probably coming across as being quite pedantic about the way my planner looks, and I am very pedantic. I do think I have a very low level of OCD about it. Things being slightly off quite upsets me. I'll say it strong enough to say that it upsets me. I just don't like it. That's the top and bottom of it. So when things aren't in line, that will frustrate me looking back at it. So I kind of do wish there was just another column there. However, I do understand it gives the flexibility of what to do with this area, and part of me quite likes that if I could make it work. The dividers I quite like. Previously had a Harriet Wright Designs B6 planner, which the dividers were so thick that the cover was, I kid you not, here by the time I'd finished. The planner was about that thick by the time I'd finished sticking all my stickers in. These dividers are the same as the ones that I've got in my current planner, and they're really thin, flimsy. Flimsy but strong, just easy to move around. And again, with the notes section, again, my only complaint would be that this has now gone back to grid. I do quite like these plain note pages. I'm using them this year for a few different things. I did a step tracker, things like that for a charity event I was doing in February. So that's how I feel about the Harriet Wright. I do think I have decided that this planner's not for me. Just there's too many things and the rest of the planner doesn't really compensate. So say, for example, if I was considering the Sadie stickers, the Sunday start quite frustrates me, and as does the fact that the washi strip is not long enough. However, the rest of the planner compensates enough for me to tolerate those small things. However, for me, there's just too many things in the Harriet Wright that I dislike, and I'm going to, right here, right now, rule it out. My only favourite thing about this planner, which I will say, is the paper being so white. It is crisp white and it has got a shine to it. It's a very smooth paper, which means that if you stick down even premium matte, depending on the shop, I can usually get it up. Which obviously premium matte vinyl, they're usually not removable once you've stuck them. However, this paper has, I'd go as far to say it has a coating, which means that I can usually get those stickers up, which I do like, as I am such a wonky planner. However, there isn't really anything else that I specifically like about this planner. The layout is okay. I don't like the rest, so we're going to rule this one out. Finally, moving on to the Tilly. This planner is beautiful, and one thing the main seller of this planner for me is not just that Tilly is a friend, but it's handmade in the UK by a small business. So the fact that I'm supporting that is important to me. I don't particularly like the coil. This is a bigger coil. This is a 1.5 inch, I believe, or it may be a 2 inch. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't like the coil. I have done recoiling planners before. It's not something that I am unfamiliar with. It can be done. However, it is a big job and you do run the risk of damage to the pages, which is just not something I'm kind of willing to risk. So I wouldn't recoil it. I would have to cope. Another thing for me is that there is quite a large gap here down the side. This is due to the kind of machine that is used to punch the coil. So obviously your cover kind of sticks out quite a lot this way, and you can see that big gap. There is a gap on the Sadie stickers, but it's quite a bit smaller, and the page inside is blank, so it does look quite a bit less noticeable. Inside, I really like the fact that there's a pattern on the cover and that the cover is removable and reversible. That's really appealing to me if I fancy a change. I really like the fact that the acetate in this planner is patterned. I just feel like it gives it a purpose. In the Harriet Wright designs, it's just a plain acetate, and I'm not really sure what it's there for. But this one just gives it a bit of oomph, a bit of colour, and it's an ode back to the branding of the shop, so I do like that. With the cover page, I do like this. I'm personally not a purple fan, so the colours kind of bother me. However, this is one of my favourite colours, this teal colour, so I can forgive the purple. And again, I do like that it ties back to the acetate and I keep calling it acetate, the vellum and the brand of the company or small business. I really like the dividers, although they are quite thick. However, given that this is a bigger coil, I do think the coil would cope with the thickness. They are quite a bit thicker than the Sadie stickers and the Harriet Wright designs, and they are frosted, but you can barely tell that they're frosted, and as I say, the coil could probably handle the thickness of the dividers. Love the calendars. This is all hand lettered. This is Tilly's writing. I find that really special. Someone who is willing to kind of share their craft with other people. I just think that's really nice. It's really personal. And I've actually received a Christmas card from Tilly today, on the day that I'm filming this, and her writing on that Christmas card, tying it back to the planner that I will potentially use next year. I just really like that. It's really personal. Not too keen on the columns. So I think I mentioned before that I've always set up the 6 boxes per page, the horizontal boxes, but I've never actually formally used them for something. I've set them up, I've decorated them, I've never used them. I've always said that I'll do them for birthdays, and I need to go back and put them in, but I just haven't ever got around to it. But I don't particularly like the columns. They're just a bit skinny for the kind of things that I would want to write in there, so not particularly convinced I would use those. I would probably stick those pages together and decorate this. Maybe with a washi dashboard to cover up the columns. The page at the back is blank, which I really like. Really love the plain cover. Mentioned it for the Sadie stickers, which obviously just has the month at the bottom. Really love that this can be decorated. You could literally just stick stickers on top of this as it is. It's not a whole thing. With the Harriet Wright, you would have to cover the dot grid, and it just, again, not for me. Love the monthly, again, very plain. And has Tilly's writing on, which again I love. And then the weekly I do like. I like the fact that the sidebar has its own column, and I do like the fact that these are separated. It doesn't really make much difference to me because I plan as I go, and I would just go across these lines. However, I do quite like the fact that it's split out. One thing I do want to test is the bottom washi. So you will see that this planner will comfortably fit the Plannerface bottom washi. And alongside that, it is still slightly too big. So if I line it up, it is ever so slightly that 1 mil bigger. So that will be a problem no matter which of these planners I purchase. So that's something I'm just going to have to suck up. So I can't let that be a deciding factor with me choosing a planner for 2024, because it will be the same for all of them. All the monthlies and weeklies are the same. So moving to the back, I really like this notes section. I really like that all the pages are plain. I like the addition of the wax paper, wax remove lift paper. Not convinced I would use it, or if I did, it would probably be for things like seals or vinyls, or things that I might use to, things that I might use to decorate the covers. And again, I do like the addition of this. It's really great. I've got a Sadie stickers kit here. You can fit kits in there. It's just great for kind of storing stickers and that kind of thing. So yeah. So I suppose I'm now down to 2. Whichever one I don't use in 2024, I will probably save for 2025, unless I choose to save this one, in which case this is dated, and I will probably destash this if I don't choose to use it. I'm going to go away and have a think about which planner I want to use, and I will come back with my decision. Okay, I am back. It's way not been a week, or however long I said I was going to be till I made this decision. It's been weeks, like, I think it must have been 3 or 4 weeks. It's been, I've really struggled with this. None of the planners are perfect. I hope you can't hear my washing machine in the background. Sorry, apologies if you can. It may beep soon because I feel like it's going to finish. None of these planners are perfect, and none of them are what I would build if I was making something perfect. I am extremely picky, but I have decided to go with the Sadie stickers, and I am not going to be getting rid of the Tilly journals. I'm going to be using it for something different. Tilly's planner is a layout that I do strangely prefer. So, well, Tilly's planner is what I would use. However, this planner has some other things that I want. So it does miss out this page. Now, despite the fact that I haven't actually filled this in for the last year yet, because I'm still doing my plan with me's, or I'm not doing my plan with me's, I'm still doing my spreads, I would really miss this. And the Tilly Journals planner doesn't have one. It has vertical columns. Also, the Tilly Journals planner is undated, which is fine. But I'm just deciding to go with the dated one. I may regret the decision. I definitely don't prefer the paper. I think I mentioned that before. This paper is not very nice, but the majority of my spreads go on stickers. So the paper doesn't really matter. The reason I'm not using the Tilly journals is more because I've got something else I want to use that for. And I definitely would not say this planner is better. So if in the next 12 months I complain about this planner, it is 100% my fault. But I think I'm making the best out of what I can do, and I'm prioritising what else I want the Tilly Journals planner for. You won't see any of that on my channel. What I want to use that planner for, it'll just be my own thing. You won't even see any of it probably on Instagram. But basically, because of the setup I want to do in this planner, I've decided to go with the Sadie stickers. I will definitely probably regret this. Tilly's paper is so much nicer. I think overall, what clinched the decision, because I could have just gone and got another Tilly's planner. So Tilly did pre-orders, but Tilly is really hoping to reopen the shop this year. And I could have just waited and gone and got another Tilly Journals planner. But one, I'd already bought this and I had it sent from America, so I had to pay for that. And the coil was probably the last straw for me, because the Tilly Journals coil is very large, and ultimately the Harriet Wright Designs coil was actually my favourite coil, so it didn't really matter. I don't really know why I've made this decision. I do and I don't. I do because in a way I feel like what I want the Tilly Journals planner for is more important to me, that it's a better planner. Basically, it's going to become kind of like a picture a day, message a day kind of planner, and I'm hoping to use it for the next 2 to 3 years. The reason I'm saying 3 years is because it's got 3 sections on the column, and I feel like that planner is built better and it's gonna last more, because effectively this planner I will use for 2024 and then it will go on my shelf. And don't get me wrong, I do look at my planners all the time from previous years. Like sometimes if I'm just sat downstairs, I'll be like, oh kids, should we look at what we did like this time last year or this time 2 years ago? And that's nice. However, this planner, this project that I'm going to be using the Tilly planner for is going to be a constant project for 3 years. Like that planner is going to come out weekly or fortnightly for 3 years, and I just think that planner is built better. Like I say, you won't see any of that on my channel. However, I do feel that the Tilly's Journals planner will last longer and is built better, and therefore for that project is better. Okay, I feel like I'm making more sense now I've explained. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what I'm going to use it for. So I've decided to go with the Sadie stickers. I am probably going to try and do some kind of video of me setting this up. I have got a whole host of stuff. Let me grab it. Okay, here we go. So I've basically just got this absolutely ginormous bundle of stickers that are all for this planner, you know, my word of the year. We've got stuff from Oh Hello Feelings Co. I do PR for Oh Hello Feelings Co. So you can use my code BETH10 to save. I've got my stuff from my Josephine Bow Designs Advent. I've got my birthday countdown. I've got like foiled stickers with like events. I've got a 42-week countdown, which I do actually think was meant for pregnancy, I think. That will definitely not be happening. However, I loved the font and wanted to use this countdown. I've got my Plannerface monthly scripts. I've got this planner belongs to goals, word of the year. So I've got all sorts of stuff ready to set this journal up. I've been like accumulating it. I mean, look at that. Seriously, it's going smack bang on the front. Love it so much. But yeah, so I may do a video. However, what you'll probably find is that it will be a video with music, and it will be sped up. Me setting up a planner is just a whole situation. A whole situation. Like, we're talking, it's a very, very long process, and I lay things out, I take it away, I put them back, I spend a very long time doing it, and it's not something you want to sit around on a video and watch. I can tell you that for nothing. So I will probably speed it up, put some music on. I may upload it, I may not. Let me know in the comments if you would like that. If you would, then I'll probably try and make a habit to film it. I might not do, I haven't decided yet, but I've got all this stuff, and yeah, we're hopefully going to set it up soon. I just wanted to add a note on 2023. So this is my 2023 planner. Plan with me's, I think, are up to the end of April, and I have decided to no longer film plan with me's for 2023. Basically, I was getting very overwhelmed by the fact that I was not up to date in this planner. And basically, yeah, I have decided that I am not going to continue. I'm really sorry about that. I did put a post on Instagram, and I know a few people have contacted me and they are really upset. And it means loads to me that you're really upset that you're not going to see them. But I have to be realistic that I was in May and it was January 24, and I could potentially have been like, I could basically have been at July this year and still not even have filmed a spread for this year. And that's not what makes me happy. And it's really important, everyone, that this planning makes you happy, because that's why you do it. I love to share with you on here, I really do. But I have had an absolute ball catching up. So I am basically currently, I've just finished the 3rd week in August. The next week is my holiday week, and I have basically done that in 2 weeks. So I was here. I think the May monthly went up, or it might not even have gone up for a May monthly. But basically, I have managed to do all of these weeks in 2 weeks, and I have had so much fun. Like, it's just been amazing. I will 100% do a flip through of this planner once it is finished. I'm really hoping to get it finished like as soon as possible. If I can do May to August, what's that, 3 months? If I can do 3 months in 2 weeks, that would get me to August, September, October, November. That would get me to November by the end of January. So I think by mid-February, this planner will be done. And I will be really, really happy about that. So I will 100% do a flip through. So yeah, I just wanted to update you on that. And again, I'm really sorry if you're upset that I won't be filming them, but I will do the flip through so that you can see, and I will do a brief talk through the plans that I had, the kits that I used, and that kind of thing. So that's where we're at. Let's see how it goes. I feel like I've made the right decision for me. I would recommend a Tilly Journals planner. Like, that is the one I would recommend. I just feel like with the bigger coil, it's better to be in that project than it is for this weekly 2024 only planner. And I just feel like the pros for it being for the new project outweighed them being for my yearly planner. But if you were going to buy one, when Tilly reopens, I would always recommend a Tilly Journals planner. So yes, always I would say go and grab one of hers. But thank you for watching this, what is probably going to be a very, very long dilemma on which planner I am using. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you did, I'd love if you could give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see future videos, I'd love if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.